Hi, I'm Nezvers and I do stuff. This time I want to show you how to detect double click in a smart way. For now, please ignore touchscreen button. I'm going to use texture button, but this idea is applicable on even simply mouse clicks, or maybe you are creating combo system. Right now, this is all that's needed for detecting double clicks. We may want to signal if we are double clicking. So double speed, that's measured in milliseconds, so need 1000 milliseconds in second, and quarter second is pretty good time for detecting double clicks and saving time. Every time we need to check if we are double clicking, we call this method, and in this variable we are saving current time of click, so get os.get ticks in milliseconds, and comparing our last click time to new click time, and if that's smaller or equal to our double clicking speed. If so, we are returning true, so we are double clicking. Otherwise, last click is new click time and return false. But how can we use that? Well, I'm suggesting to use connecting to our pressed. Since this is a button, we are going to detect pressed on pressed method I'm going to create later, and also I'm going to use double click signal also to create color changes, so we need to connect that too. So here on pressed signal, so we are going to press on this button, it will signal pressed, and we are connecting that to on pressed, and here we can ask if we are double clicking, and that's calling our method, and if it's returning true, we are emitting double click. On double click signal, we are connecting that on double click, so this method, we are going to change or modulate, so it's going to change our color for red, green and blue channel. Alpha is going to be 1, so full opacity. So let's check it. With double clicks it's changing colors. But I wanted to give you something more. So let's learn how to do juicy button animation. For that you would need to change, if you are using texture button or button, you probably need pivot offset changed depending on your size. This time texture button is 64 and 64, so half of that is 32, and that means all scaling, rotating is around this pivot point. We are creating child tween. Let's create it here, somewhere apart from that. So we need our tween node for animating. When we are pressing the button, we want to start tweening. This is not needed, so we already saving reference for our tween node, and here when we are pressing, either way, if it's double click or not, we want to create juicy animation. I'm suggesting to use interpolate property method on tween. We are animating self rectangle scale, since this is a control inherited node. It has scale property actually called rect scale. So we are animating that, and initial value of that animation is going to be scaled 1.5 horizontally and 0.75 vertically. and finish scale is going to be 1.1 and 1.1. Length of that animation is going to be 1 second. Tweening with trans-elastic curve. It will give a rubbery feeling, and tween ease out is the direction of that animation. And then we need to trigger start, and that's going to be like this amazing squishy button, and on double click it's going to change color. But wait, there's an option to use this double clicking on several buttons or situations. If so, we need to adapt easily like this. Oopsie. We need to create this as a dictionary, receive a key, and we are going to use it's going to be string and key and this key. Also, we need to check if our last click actually has this key. This is all that's needed to change that detection, and this time this is going to be texture button click. So we can check with this key in, and it will pass this key. If we haven't created this key on our last click, it will bypass and create that key and save that new click time here. Even if we have already created but it's not double clicking, it will be saving new time either way. So it has the key, and prior question if distance from last click to new click is smaller or equal to double speed, we return true. So let's check this. Yes, and it's working. We can use like on input if event is action pressed, you accept, and we are going to ask if only we are sending UI accept, print, this time simply printing. Yeah, this is all we need. Let's start, and we are pressing enter, and you see we are creating accept. Double click to add some extra value to this video. I'm demonstrating how you can do that for TouchScreenButton. For that, we need to create a shape, rectangle, and again it's from middle, so need to 32 to each side, and shape center disabled. So we are getting like this, and we are putting sprite inside and also tween. And this shape is going to allow our touch screen if we are pressing, and we need to open project for this debugging in editor. So under input device pointing, and need to enable this one, emulate touch from mouse. And it's going to work exactly the same way. If you want to see the script on pressed, we are doing exactly the same thing. I hope this is something you didn't know. If you like this video, please subscribe, and see you later.